With the arms, we have maximum extension of elbows and wrists, maximum external rotation of shoulders. Bring the arms in the coronal plane so that the arms are in line with the ears, and press up with the palms. And while we were resting, let's continue with our exercise demonstration for exercises to decompress the spinal column. Right now, I'm going to be demonstrating the T8-T9 ELDOA. The purpose of this exercise is to create space between the T8-T9 vertebra. And with regard to the T8 and T9 nerve roots, if there is any type of compression, this can affect your extension, flexion, rotation, lateral flexion of the spine, as well as elevation and depression of the rib cage, and inspiration and expiration. The nerve plexus that is most likely going to be affected is going to be the thoracic aortic plexus, and the nerve that is most likely going to be affected is going to be the intercostal nerve. This can manifest as weakness in the rectus abdominis, the external and internal oblique, the transverse abdominis, and you can experience pain or paresthesia in the lower thoracic region, the middle and lower abdominals, and pain in the epigastric area. If you are experiencing any of those symptoms, go ahead and give the T8-T9 ELDOA a try. We are going to be in a seated position, and this is a bilateral exercise, meaning we just need to be performing it on the one side. We don't need to do it unilaterally. With regard to the setup position, we're going to be in a seated position. We want to be sitting on the ischial tuberosities, or our sit bones, where the hamstring's attached to. And we want to go into flexion of the hips and knees. We want to go into maximum flexion until we notice that the lumbar spine starts to round. As soon as the lumbar spine starts to round, we're going to stop. So we just want to go into maximum flexion. Then, from this position here, we want to press the medial arch down into the ground so we can get eversion of the ankles. With the legs, we want to keep those legs nice and tucked in together. We want retroversion of the pelvis, a flat lumbar spine, a flat thoracic spine. We want retropulsion of the cervical spine, and we're going to do that by tucking our chin in. With the crown of the head, we're pressing up with the crown and down with the coccyx, so everything is pushing in opposite directions. With our eyes, we're looking down at the floor to put the dura mater under tension. And then with the arms, we want to go into maximum extension of elbows and wrists, maximum external rotation, bring the arms into the coronal plane, and then we're going to press up toward the sky while maintaining those arms parallel to one another. So just a quick recap, we're sitting on the ischial tuberosities, our hips are maximally flexed until the lumbar spine starts to round, and then we're just going to stop right there. We want to press the medial arch down into the floor to get that eversion of the ankles. We're keeping those knees tucked in. We got retroversion of the pelvis with the coccyx pressing down. We got a flat lumbar spine, a flat thoracic spine, retropulsion of the cervical spine, and we want to go ahead and press up with the crown of the head and look down between our thighs to put the dura mater under tension. With the arms, we have maximum extension of elbows and wrists, maximum external rotation of shoulders. Bring the arms in the coronal plane so that the arms are in line with the ears, and press up with the palms. We're going to hold that for 1 minute, and then after 1 minute, we can slowly come out of the posture. If you have any neurological symptoms or any type of weakness, pain, or paresthesia in any of the areas that I mentioned, go ahead, give the T8-T9 ELDOA a try. During the next rest period, I'm going to be demonstrating the T9-T10 ELDOA, but for right now, our rest period is up. It is time for set number 8. That was just a tiny taste of what can be found in my members only section. If you enjoyed it, become a member for only $5 a month to get access to hundreds of member only videos.